Hey guys and girls, what's going on? In this video we're going to be getting the trophy Heat 10. Now this is a Need for Speed Rivals trophy, and the details for this trophy are reach Heat level 10, and it's a gold trophy, so it's a pretty good trophy to get. Now this one in particular is quite easy for a gold trophy, because what you have to do is all you have to do is reach Heat level 10. You don't have to escape from Heat level 10. All you have to do is reach Heat level 10. Now in Need for Speed Rivals, your Heat level goes up as you kind of do more damage to the city, and you kind of get into pursuits, and the heat level will increase. And then when you escape from a pursuit, also the heat level then increases as well, because you have escaped from them and they're like, well, we want this guy, so we're going to increase the heat level on him. And that will also, what it does is it also increases your times multiplier. So at the same time, when I get this trophy, I also get the multiplier trophy. Just how it works. And I am playing this on the PlayStation 3 at the moment. I do have the PlayStation 4 one. I have been playing them both, and there are some things that I've noticed on the PlayStation 3 one that are just a little bit odd. I have noticed it on the PlayStation 4, so I'm guessing it's a bit of a game design aspect. So what happens is it's very hard to escape from pursuit, especially when you are in the lower levels. So this, as you can see, I've just started basically, because this is still the very first car that I have. I've brought like some pursuit tech and all that sort of thing, so I have a turbo and a jammer, but I'm still getting very much used to the game, so I'm very not aware of what I'm meant to really do to escape. Because in a lot of the Need for Speed games, what you can do is you can trick the police. You can kind of like outsmart them and hide in places where you can just get away from them. But in this one, all you can really do is boost. All you can really do is outrun them, so you have to drive away. Now, what you've also might have noticed is that at the moment I'm also in all drive. So there is another player right near me, and he's actually one of the policemen chasing me. And he's actually very determined, I think, if this is the same one that I remember, that he really tries hard to catch me. So as you can see, it's kind of like I start escaping and then the pursuit resumes, and I don't quite understand why it resumed there, because, and in a lot of these cases, because I can't actually see them. And now that's possibly because in the game design they decided that if you are not in the line of sight of the other person, you can't see like a cop car. If he's in the line of sight, you can't see him. Like on the mini map, they don't show up. So if they go out of your sight, like if you go around the corner and if you're like a little bit ahead of them, they will disappear off your map, and then they'll come back on when they come around the corner and they can see you, or when you can see them. So it's a little, I find that a little bit odd. I guess it makes it more playable for a cop, so you want to really try and get to them. And if you're a racer, you can actually start hiding, but I found out that the hiding is not very good, because the police can see you quite easily wherever you are, because you never actually get very far off the road, unless you take a little shortcut and then they take the normal road. But even then, usually if you're playing versus AI cops, they will take the shortcut as well. So as you can see, I'm actually trying to escape. I've been trying to escape this whole time, and I'm going to be trying to escape this whole time, and as it just goes along, my heat level just increases. And what I recommend is to do this nearer the end of the game, when you've played it quite a bit more and you got used to the system and how everything works and how everything seems to drive around. And that's just how I recommend it that you do this trophy. Also because I think that as you get to the higher cars, like the faster cars, your heat level instantly is higher when you start off for some reason. I don't really know why. I just noticed that when I was looking through browsing through some of the cars, that the heat levels are higher just by default. They're just by default higher than normally. And as you can see, I just crashed. Oh no! Tried to use my turbo. Just trying to get used to all the systems. So this is me when I did it. This is about halfway through the video. This is halfway through the pursuit. As you can see, I still need a bronze sort of time trial to get to the next level to rank up. but this is basically just me escaping. So what happens is in heat level 10, I don't think I get as much heat as you could in heat level 10, because when I've played this, I've been playing this for quite a while now, and well, a couple hours. I've gotten a few hours on the PlayStation 3 and on the PlayStation 4, and what I've noticed is that when I was in this slow car, you know, this is a pretty slow car compared to all the other ones, the police don't seem to be as aggressive. Well, there don't seem to be as many police, and I don't know if I get a helicopter following me during this pursuit, but they easily call in helicopters and stuff. So in that sense, you could get this pretty early on. I got this very early on just because I could not escape from this pursuit. It just took me this long to escape, and because, yeah, so what I've just noticed as a recap over this thing is that when you're trying to escape, you don't have to escape for this trophy, by the way, but when you are trying to escape, you have to just kind of outrun them. So if you are really trying to get this trophy, I would recommend just going around near a repair shop and just smashing into all the cops and just wrecking them and destroying them, and they might send in helicopters and a whole lot more cops. But what would happen is the police would end up really trying to get you, and you'll get a whole lot of heat level increasing because of the fact that you are doing damage to these police cars and the fact that there are more police cars around you. So if you get some pursuit tech, especially something like the Shockwave, I found that was very good. This is the very start, so I was like, oh, jammer, that sounds like a really good thing to have. And that's also why there might not have been as many like helicopters and stuff, because I used the jammers and stuff instead of just using something else, which I end up using. You know, I changed around tried all the different pursuit techs, and I found turbo is very good for pursuits because that means you can escape very easily. And I did also notice that you can use your hideouts when you're in a pursuit, so you can like go to your hideout as long as I think the way it works, as long as you're not in sight, they're not in sight of you, then you're fine. I did crash into that wall, and I was like, oh, come on, I want to do that jump. I really want to do that jump because it's the first time I've seen it, and I was like, oh, I can definitely do that. Let's do it. So here's all the cops. So there's quite a few cops now, and if I just do a handbrake and turn around, I don't know when I do this. I'm just watching this as you guys, and I crashed into the wall. What a bad driver. And when I get to the other side of the bridge, I think that's when I end up passing the thing, and I don't even go over the jump, I go over this little jump here, so can't even get to the other jump from this. But so anyway, doesn't really matter, and I'm just really trying to get away from the cops. I'm just trying to escape, and as you see, I've reached heat level 9 and I'm at multiplier level 9. Now the multipliers and the heat levels are not connected. It's just that the fact that, you know, when you get certain things from getting a multiplier, or when you get certain things from damaging stuff or doing drifts and stuff, or in a pursuit, they all kind of help count to your heat level. And then I crashed right here, so you see I was at heat level 9, but then because I escaped just as I crashed, you get a bunch of heat and multiplier stuff, so it just instantly increases your multiplier and your heat level. And then, so as you can see, there's the trophy, heat level 10. And then I decide to hide and to make sure I keep all my points, my 200,000 points, by going into this. And I also get the multiplier trophy, which is the silver trophy for getting to times 10 multiplier. So those are very similar if you are in a sort of a lower tier car, but if you're in a higher tier car, the multiplier might get harder to get than the heat level, because the heat levels are higher to get, easier to reach higher heat levels because your car is faster and just the way the game's set up. So that's all I gotta say for this trophy. So thank you guys for watching, hope you've enjoyed it. Now it's time for me to say see you guys and girls, and hopefully you guys will get the trophy as well.
You finished your racer training.